This problem looks busy, right? There's a lot of stuff going on. But if you take a closer look, you'll see the two equations we're given. One's in factored form, one's in vertex form, right? I've highlighted those over here. Here's your factored form equation, and right below it is the vertex form. Well, you don't need to know offhand which curve is which, because it does tell you, right? It does say functions f and g marked at points a and b respectively. So what that's telling us is that this is f of x, and this other guy down here, well, that's g of x. Okay, so that's helpful, and we didn't even need to know math. We just needed to read for that part. But it really does help to know that when you have factored form, what the useful thing of factored form is that these are x-intercepts. It's telling you what the x-intercepts are with the factors. So let's take a little closer look here. I'm going to zoom in, see if this works. My factored form was x plus 5, x minus 1. So what that means is these dots right here, these x-intercepts, are represented by, and I'm going to need to make my pen a little skinnier here. This is going to be negative 5, comma 0 on that one. And this one over here is going to be negative 1, comma 0. Okay, so those are my x-intercepts represented by the factors. So if you notice, the vertex of this parabola is exactly halfway in between those x-intercepts. That's not a coincidence, which means this thing is located at negative 3, comma 0 down here. Okay, so that's useful information number one. Now, the next useful bit of information is from the vertex form equation. And in there, if you understand what vertex form is, you'll remember that that right there is h, and that right there is k. Okay, now what does that mean? Well, the vertex is located at h, comma k. So that means B is located at 8, comma negative 8 in this picture. Now, as it turns out, the x values are really the only ones that are important to me. Because if I have an x value located over here of, give me my pen back, there we go. If my x value is 8 right there and negative 3 over here, well, all I have to do is take the average of them, and I'm going to find exactly what's in the middle. That's called my midpoint. So the way I'm going to do this is with a little formula. And it's a very easy one. Everyone's used this before. Anytime you've said, what's my average score on these two tests? Right? You add up their scores, you divide them by 2. So I'm going to add up my two numbers. I'm going to add up the negative 3 from the parabola on the left and 8 from the parabola on the right, divided by 2. Okay? So that is, let's see, negative 3 plus 8, that's 5 over 2. Calculator says 2.5. So that's the x location of M. Okay, and you'll see there's only one of these answers that fits that idea. So in terms of what are the big ideas of this problem, one big idea is knowing that the midpoint is halfway in between A and B. And the other big idea is how to find the locations of A and B exactly, using those forms that were given right here for factored and vertex.